Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Alfira and I am a student of Master of English Language Education, University of Muhammadiyah, Malang. In this video, I would like to explain about learning goals and learning objectives, including their definitions, relationship, differences, and also how to formulate. So, this video is a part of English for Specific Purpose Final Assignment, which is taught by Bapak Associate Professor Dr. Sudiran M. Hum. I'm pretty sure that everyone already know and heard about learning goals and learning objective, especially if you are a teacher. So, what is actually learning goals and learning objective? Let's find out together. So, a learning goal is defined as a broad statement of intended or desired accomplishment. It is very general and do not specify exactly each of the steps. Each of the components do not specify the method to accomplish the task. But learning goals help to pave the way to writing the effective learning objectives. These goals can be set different, including course content level, skill level, and also knowledge level. Why learning goals is important? In here, I will tell you some reasons why learning goals is very crucial in the process of learning. The first is learning goals help students to stay focused and make sure students achieve the goals. So once we as a teachers have clearly defined the learning goals, we can easily make sure our students progress and make sure they are on the track. Secondly, learning goals can help students to keep motivated. Once they achieve their goals, they will feel more motivated and confident, which can make the learning process even more successful. Thirdly, learning goals can help students set their priorities. Once we as a teacher already define the clear learning goals, students can focus their time and energy on learning the things that matter most to their success. And then after we have written the learning goals, and then we should also develop the learning objectives. So what is actually learning objectives? A learning objectives is a specific statement that outlines what a learner or student should be able to do or know after a lesson or training experience. It is measurable and achievable goal that is aligned with broader learning outcomes. Learning objective should be brief, clear, and a specific statement. Learning objectives sometimes also called as learning outcomes. The learning objectives that we use can be based on three areas of learning. The first is knowledge, second is skills, and the third one is attitudes. Learning objectives is very important. There are some reasons. First is it defines learning outcomes and focus of teaching. The second one is they help to clarify, organize, and prioritize the learning process. And also learning objective help teachers and students to evaluate the progress and encourage responsibility for their learning process. Okay everyone, since we already talked about the definition of learning goals and learning objective, and then we will talk together about the between them. For the learning goals, it is long term, while for learning objective, it is short term. Learning goals is broad and achievable, but not necessarily measurable. While for learning objectives, it is very specific. Learning objectives are also referred to as learning outcomes because they are immediately linked to the expected outcomes. What is actually expected outcomes? It is what we can expect learner to be able to do by the end of the course. Learning objectives can then be broken down into small learning activities or assessments. Another differences between learning goals and learning objectives are, for the learning goals, it expresses teachers regarding the overall educational experience. For the learning objectives, it expresses teachers' choices on learning strategies, lesson materials, and instructional activities. And then the next difference is learning goals represent teachers' perspective on the course, describing what the course will do. And for the learning objectives, it represents what our learners will be capable of by the end of the course. The next difference is learning goals describe teachers' long-term aims that are not directly measurable, while for the objectives, it describes the assessment such as questions, assignment, quiz, which can be used to evaluate students' learning progress. And the last difference, for learning goals, it conveys the kind of experience teachers want to create for students, while for learning objectives, it conveys what teachers' standards and expectations are for the course. Okay, the differences is done, and then let's move to the relationship between learning goals and learning objectives. There are two relationships. The first one is the learning goals guide the learning objectives, and the second one, learning objectives support the learning goals. And for the explanation, you can read it by yourself in the screen. I will give you 1 minute to read the detailed relationship between learning goals and learning objectives. The last part of this video is talking about how to formulate. The first one is how to formulate learning goals. The first step is, of course, we need to know the targeted students, whether it is for grade 5, grade 6, or grade 7. And then the next step is we need to identify what students need to learn. The next is establish a specific objective, then indicate how students' skills and knowledge will be used. And the last one is outline how students' knowledge will be measured. One is how to formulate learning objectives. Before I explain the steps, what I need to tell is that well-stated objectives clearly tell the students what they must do by doing a specified degree or standard of acceptable performance and under what conditions the performance will take place. So this clear objective can be written down if we as a teacher follow some formula. The formula is ABCD model of learning objectives. So what is ABCD? So A means audience. What is audience? So audience will tell who will be doing the behavior. So in this case, of course, the audience is students, right? And then for B is behavior. Behavior tell about what should the learner be able to do, what is the performance. So behavior telling about the activities that students need to do. And then C is condition. So what is condition? Condition is Under what condition do you want learner to be able to do it? And the last is degree. How well must the behavior be done? What is the degree of mastery? That is about ABCD model. Okay everyone, I think that's all our discussion for today. Thank you so much for tuning in until the last part of this video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.